Hello there. Welcome to another edition of Nick's Friction Zone. Today, I would like to talk about a controversial topic in the motorcycle community, and that is on whether you should pull your clutch on during emergency braking. That's right, emergency braking. Should you pull your clutch or engage your clutch or not? So, I say this is controversial because if you do a little bit of if you look it up on the internet, you actually see two very strong sets of opinions on this matter. Some people are very staunch on saying that you should not pull your clutch if you want to stop your bike as soon as possible. And they say that because, uh, by pulling your clutch, you're actually making your bike go faster because you're not engine braking your rear wheel. That's right. And then some people and other folks will say that in order for you to be have more stability and for you to uh, know for sure what you're doing, it's probably best for you to pull your clutch and start downshifting. You know, there's people that have very strong opinions on this, but I feel like people are being too general on their response because there's different types of situations that will call for emergency braking versus panic braking or just normal braking. Let me give you an example. There's an AI video that I found on Instagram. Check out check out this video.
Never use your clutch in an emergency. Pulling it can make you speed up and lose control. For beginners, in an emergency, just roll off the accelerator and gradually apply 70% front brake and 30% rear brake. This effectively decreases the stopping distance, or else this is gonna be you.
So this is like a very, when I watched that video, I was a little bit confused. It almost gave me a vibe that, the person who created this AI video is not really a motorcyclist and he uses, I don't know, maybe he used Chat GPT to generate a generic answer and he just created a video out of AI. That's the vibe that I got. And the reason is because if you are a new motorcyclist rather, and if you take classes such as the MSF class, they'll tell you that when you are riding your bike and if you need to come to a complete stop or a close stop, the best thing to do is to pull your clutch so that you can downshift as you are braking your bike. That makes a lot of sense, right? Because after you come to a full stop, you want to be on first gear or at a low gear that will allow you to take off again. But you know, there are folks that are very staunch on the notion that you should not pull your clutch because that will make your bike not stop as fast. Basically they're talking about engine braking, right? They're saying that if you don't pull your clutch, you give yourself a chance to use the engine brake and also the brake pads. I've also seen stuff like saying that you know what, you shouldn't use your brake pads too much because you're going to wear them out. If you're about to crash in a crash, who cares how worn out your brake pads are, okay? Or rather, how much you're going to wear out your brake pads. That's the least of my concern. You want to stop the crash, right? So, so here's my take on it. There's different types of braking that needs to be considered. There's normal braking, where your bike is just coming to a complete stop. There's emergency braking, where something is happening in front of you. Maybe a car's cutting you off and you need to stop. So you need to stop as soon as possible. And then there's one level above emergency braking, which I will call panic braking. So for me, panic braking is a situation where something imminent is happening in front of you in a couple of seconds, and you're like this close to crashing. And crashing is, as a matter of fact, let's just say the crashing is inevitable. You're passing through an intersection, and all of a sudden your path is blocked. There's no way for you to go left or right, and you know you're gonna crash. So you want to stop your bike as soon as possible. That's what I call panic braking, right? Where something just happens in the instant. And then there's another type of braking where I will call downhill braking. So if you're like on a downhill, your approach might be a little bit different. At least for me, when I'm going downhill, I don't use my front brake too much. I try to rely more on engine braking and my rear brake. Makes sense, right? So what is your take on this? When you need to come to an emergency stop or a panic stop, do you recommend pulling your clutch? Do you recommend doing that? I'm not ready to tell you one way or another because I don't want to be part of the misinformation group. What I want to do is I want to give us all in the motorcycle community a chance to give their opinion and their reasoning. There's a comment section in this video. I encourage you to post a comment if you have an opinion on this. I promise, if you post your comment in a respectful way, uh, I'll highlight the comment so everyone can see it. In fact, if I have a chance, I will make a follow-up video that will post all the comments. Okay, I want this to be I would like my channel to be a community where everybody who knows about motorcycling can responsibly uh, and safely post their opinion to help each other out. Because remember, there's different bikers of different ages and different levels of experience. So if you are a seasoned rider, yeah, go ahead, post your comment. Let us know what you think. If you're a new rider, take notice of this. Uh, yeah, there are a couple of different ways to brake your bike. Okay, all have your pros and cons. You want to hear how I do it? I'll tell you how I do it. If I need to come to a very fast stop, whether it's emergency braking or panic braking, what I do is I roll off my throttle. I gently squeeze my front brake, okay? I don't grab it. I progressively squeeze my front brake. And what I'll do is I'll start downshifting. And I'll downshift, and as I'm downshifting, I'll slowly negotiate my clutch to the point where I'm in the friction zone so that I can not only use my brakes but also my engine to stop the bike. So there's a little bit of a negotiation that happens. I'm using my right hand to progressively squeeze the brake, and I'm also using my left hand to downshift and slowly let go so that the engine will start helping me stop the bike. I know this is a little bit complicated because you're using the right hand to squeeze, and then I'm using my left hand to let go and negotiate the friction zone. But this is why motorcycling is so dangerous, right? You need to be skillful and adroit and coordinated to using both hands and both your feet, as a matter of fact. Okay, I don't want to go in depth too much because I don't want to tell you what's right or what's wrong. I just want to give you guys an opportunity to comment. Let's do this together. Again, I feel like this is a controversial topic and it should be discussed. Okay, so there it is. I hope you guys like this video. Again, please post your comment. Let the community know, and let's chop it up. Let's talk about it. That's all I have for today, guys. Until next time, take care. Bye.